That was Dr. Bruce Lipton. If you never heard of Dr. Bruce Lipton, he is absolutely amazing, amazing. Dr. Bruce Lipton. Go check him out on YouTube. He has a book that he wrote called The Biology of Belief. And we're going to be talking about beliefs today and a little bit about some of the things that he was just talking about. And I'm going to take off my bag because I want to use my whiteboard here in just a second. But he is absolutely incredible. Called The Biology of Belief by Dr. Bruce Lipton. You can find a lot of his work on YouTube. He has a 2-hour lecture on the book that is next level. If you're into the mind, if you're into understanding why we do what we do, and understanding the programmings that we have had through our lives. And because, like he said, a lot of 95% of our lives is run by our subconscious mind, which are programs that are subconsciously running our entire lives. And unless you have those good programs, here's what happens. Your life becomes a wandering generality. You're kind of in for the ride. I don't know if you ever had the experience where you driven your car and you got home, you're like, how the hell did I just get home? I was like, where was your conscious mind was somewhere else. Who was driving? Your subconscious mind was driving. This is a good understanding to experience, to understand the experience of programming. It's how the subconscious mind literally runs our entire lives. And so it's a great understanding. So we're going to be going really this week, diving really deep into the mind and diving into subconscious programmings and diving into the into the metaphysical, really, and diving into energies and diving. So this week, get ready. This is the kind of stuff I love. This, by the way, I love this type of conversation, understanding this type of consciousness. So we're going to be diving in really quick. But before we get started, let's go ahead and go over a couple of things that's happening this week. So today at 12 o'clock Central, we'll have a presentation by Miss Miranda Alicia, and she will be doing the presentation at 12 o'clock noon. Also, we will also have a presentation tonight at 7 o'clock. However, we're going to have a present 7 o'clock Central and every day this week. Every day this week we're going to have a 7 o'clock presentation, as well as all throughout. And then Friday, we have our global event. There's going to be just incredible with Mr. Danny Bay, who's our chairman, was going to be having our global event. And this time we only have 3 speakers. This time we've learned we've done 2 more. We've learned a lot, and in the last 2 of what we usually in the last 2 we were trying to bring other speakers so they can learn from it. So the great things are happening this week, but everything's going to happen towards that global event that you can invite people and people can see the vision and they can see the vision of what's happening. So again, I'm excited this week. We're going to make it happen. I got so many personally, I have a presentation tonight, I have a presentation tomorrow. I'm actually sitting down I sit down with a dealership, with the owner of a dealership. He owns 25 dealerships, car dealerships, multi-millionaire. And he saw this, he was like, wow, this is incredible. This is amazing, I'm in. He immediately said, hey, David, can you come and give a presentation to my sales managers and just get them all in the business? Absolutely, will I do that? Of course I will. So tomorrow I have a presentation at a big BMW car dealership with all the sales manager and the owner of this company of 25 different dealerships. When people see this, they see it because they're entrepreneurs. This is an entrepreneurship. And I don't know if you guys saw the post of Mr. Danny Bay that he posted a post today. If you're not following Mr. Danny Bay on Instagram or on Facebook, I highly recommend for you guys to do that. He did an incredible post today that it was just it's awesome. Next level post. And he said, and I want to read it to you. Just read to you just the part that just caught my eye, because I've been thinking a lot about purpose. I've been thinking a lot about the purpose of GPS and the purpose of what we do. And Danny has been talking about this, and he just put something very unique. He says, my first year, first 6 months. creating new business. Okay. He put the purpose of GPS. See that he says that the purpose of GPS is to give people hope and an opportunity by positioning them in front of the VR revolution. Think about that. To give people hope and opportunity by positioning in front of the VR revolution. Can we agree that today, what do people need more than ever? Hope and opportunity, don't we? America needs hope and opportunity. The world needs hope and opportunity at this very moment, especially for good people. So I want you to know that our efforts, everything that we do goes towards the mission of giving hope and opportunity by helping others, positioning them in the front of the VR revolution, position them in front of the best way for them to win. How do you win? Well, you gotta be in the position of leverage. You gotta be in a position of a winning position. That is in front of the virtual reality revolution, a revolution that is happening in front of us, and with or without us, but we're helping other people position themselves in front of it. So that I want you guys to understand that this is what we do. This is what we're working on, and it's exciting because I've read in the good book, it says service to others leads to greatness, right? Service to many leads to greatness. You got to serve other people. You got to serve other people. So let's talk about the mind. I think it's very, very important for every single one of us to understand what's happening. Why do we do what we do? Why? I mean, you ever wonder that? Say, man, why do I think the way I think? Because here's the reality. Your life and my life today, it is the reflection of every thought that we have thought, every emotion that we have felt, every action that we have taken, every habit that has developed. The life that we live today is every thought that became emotions, that became actions, the actions that became our behavior, our habits, and our habits that is essentially are the subconscious habits that run our entire lives. So I want to break down the mind. I want to make it very simple for you. The mind has two parts. How many parts? Two parts. And we're gonna call one the thinker, and we're gonna call the other one the prover. So what does the thinker do? The thinker thinks. What does the prover do? The prover proves. So what does the prover prove? Whatever the thinker thinks. So thought, hey, I've never done this before. I don't know if I can do this. The prover goes to work. Says, hey, no, of course, yeah, let me tell you all the reasons why you can't do this. And it just starts feeding you and starts giving you everything, all the proof why you are the way you are. Now, let's go the other way around. Thought, hey, I've never done this before, but I can do this because I can learn, because I can get better, because I have a group of people around me. The prover goes, okay, let me get to work. And now the prover goes, let me show you why you can get better. Remember the last year, remember 2 years ago, remember 5 years ago when you were learning this brand new skill set and you got good at it, and then you got deliver results, and the prover gets to work and starts proving to you why all the good reasons why you can do it. So this is why Henry Ford says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Because the thinker and the prover are in sync with each other. The thinker thinks, the prover proves. Now, how the question we have to ask ourselves, where does the thinker get its thinking? Right? That's a good question. Where does the thinker get his thinking? Well, that comes from your BS, your belief system. Now, not the other BS, but a lot of the time it's also that type of BS, by the way. Okay, so that happens, but it's our belief systems. Our belief systems determine our thinking. Our thinking then determines our thoughts. Our thoughts then are reinforced by the prover of our mind, but it comes from our thinking. So here's the process, and I'll draw it to you for you guys. Okay, let's say you have let's do a little square here. So you have here your beliefs. Your beliefs determine your behavior. I can't spell, so I'm Puerto Rican. That's just how it works. Okay, your beliefs determine your behavior. Your behavior, which is your actions, right, will give us a result. Whatever that result gives us, it reinforce our beliefs. So beliefs determines behavior, what happens, right? What we do. What we do gives us a result. Those results reinforce the belief. For example, here's how it works. I go out there and I talk to a friend. He tells me and I'm like, oh, I've never done this before. I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if I can do this. I talk to a friend, and I talk to my friend with timid. I don't have the confidence, right? So now the friend tells me, no, David, that doesn't sound like it's a good idea. Nobody's gonna make money with that. That's too early. Who's gonna pay $700 now in this economy? Who's gonna pay that much money? So what just happened? My belief that the doubt, the timid, right? Me, I approached him with that behavior. That behavior gave me that result. Now that the result, my friend told me that, it reinforced my belief. And now, guess what happens? When you go take action again, what's the behavior that you're gonna have? The same behavior. And then the same behavior reinforces the result. So it's a negative spiral that we fall into. So where does it start? Well, it starts with us changing our belief. Our belief then, we create new beliefs, create new behaviors. New behaviors create new results. New results are reinforced, which then empower more beliefs, reinforce our powerful beliefs, the behavior, result, and so on. Far. Now it's an upward spiral. And the reason I want to share this with you, because how many guys do you guys remember the what is called the cash flow quadrant? You guys remember the cash flow quadrant? This is pretty cool to understand, because I was listening to a coach that my fiance Brooke, she takes his coaching from this great guy. His name is Yaya. You can look him up on Instagram. I like to give credit where credit's due. And he mentioned something very unique about leaps. Every time we go into a new area of our lives, it's a leap, right? Think about it. New identities, when you create a new identity, it's a leap within that identity. And if you remember, have you ever gone skydiving? I don't know if you guys ever did that, right? But I have. Only one time. But one time it was one enough. It was good enough for me. I did it. Check. The next one, swim with sharks. Check. But on the way up, when you're going up, that's when you're nervous. That's when you're scared. When you're like on the way, you're like this. My stomach went into a knot. You guys remember when you're so nervous? Your stomach goes into a knot. And so I was going up, and finally we got there. And I don't know why. I was the first one in the plane, but in the first one in the plane, it's always the last one to jump. So you get to see everybody jump. And I'm here, and it's just building up. It just keeps building up. That knot is still building up, and I'm looking, boom, boom, everybody jumps. I was like, oh my God, it's my turn. and I'm here, and what they do, you sit down and you hang a little bit off the plane for a little bit before you go off. But once you're in the air, it's peaceful. Once you're there, you just this overwhelming peace comes over you. There's no butterflies. You know how you're in a roller coaster, you feel the butterflies going down. There's none of that. It feels you feel weightless. You feel like there's no gravity. I mean, but it's wonderful for that 1/6 for the 60 seconds that you fall down. It's great. So here's why I bring this up. If you're in the cash flow quadrant, here's what it looks like. Cash flow quadrant, you have here the employee, self-employed, business owner, and investor. Okay, and if you guys remember this, again, Robert Kiyosaki, cash flow quadrant. You have here an employee. An employee what works for someone else, has no leverage, has no system. It has pays taxes, pays more taxes than everybody else. W-2, which works twice as much, pays twice as much taxes. All that's an employee. Then you have self-employed. A self-employed works for himself. This is the detail-oriented. If you're gonna do something, you do it yourself. I'm gonna work for myself. I don't trust anybody. The self-employed, they're gonna be like, if you're gonna do a job, do it yourself, because that's when you get the job done. So that's self-employed, and it's great. You know, you can have a little more control, but the problem with self-employees is that, again, you have no leverage, and you're probably working 40 to 60, 70 hours a week when you're self-employed, because you get paid on your own performance. Okay, so you have that. Now then you have and here you have a business owner, right? The business owner is all about leverage, systems, building teams, organization, building teams. Yeah, that's what we're in the B category, my friends. We're here because we're building organization. We're building networks. We're building distribution. Okay, that's us. Then you have the investor. The investors where the money now is working for you, and then you have a system where money works for you, and your children's children keep benefiting from a good investment. Okay, here's what I want to get to. To go from employee mindset, it's a leap to get to self-employed. To go from employee to a business owner, it's a leap that you have to jump this line right here. That jump is hard because our beliefs have kept us in employee category, haven't they? The reason, do you think people already know? I mean, think about this. Do you think people know if you were to give the option, hey, listen, would you rather work for somebody else or would you rather own your own business? Logically, everybody would say own their own business. Would you rather work for the car dealership or own the car dealership? Everybody's gonna be like, I want to own the car dealership. The question is, why don't we? Why don't you? Well, because your belief system has kept the employee here most of their lives, if not all their lives, up to this point. And to jump from this stage to this stage, or this stage, or go from employee to investor as well, it's a leap. And it's nervous, right? Right before you're about to jump, you're like, oh my God, the knot in your stomach, and you're feeling that knot, you feel so nervous. What's gonna happen? That's because what's been happening now all your life, you're going against your programming. You're going against what you know is what is known into the unknown now for you. And I share this with you not because of us, to be quite honest. I'm sharing it to you because this is what me and you are gonna come against. When you're talking to other people, you're not just talking to them. You're to the human individual. You're talking to their beliefs. You're talking to their BS, their belief systems. And we can speak logically to people, and it'll make sense. But they are so ingrained in their belief system to be in the employee mindset, and to make that leap from employee to business owner, it's a change in their belief system. It's a change in their subconscious mind. And now that asks the question, so how do we change, number one, our own belief system? That's number one. And number two, how do we begin to influence other people's belief system? And that's what we're going to talk about this entire week, because it'll take that much. I got 20, 30 minutes every time I sit here. So we're going to be really diving into this entire week on what we can do. Number one, to reprogram our beliefs, and as well as influence other people's belief systems, so they too can have hope. Because in the E category, no one's safe. No one's safe there, guys. Everybody's in danger here. And I think most people have woken up to that. I mean, 50 million people have filed unemployment this year. 50 million people. And I'm not in real estate market, but I've also heard that in real estate, a lot of millions of people have deferred their mortgage payment. Millions of people. And that's going to be due one day. I don't know, maybe this month, next month. I don't know. I'm not sure on the timeline. But we have more people today more than ever. They are needing hope, and they are needing opportunity. That's what we're here to do. We're here to create hope and opportunity, help people that need this. They truly need hope and opportunity in their lives. And now more than ever, our United States, 18,000 people will be permanently, wow, thank you, Tess. She said, Tess just wrote it there. She said, 18,000 will be permanently laid off work today in Vegas. Wow, look at that. That's incredible. You know, today more than ever, we need people, we need leaders, and we need hope, we need opportunity, and that's what we're here to do, to help other people create that. So as we are tackling this great topic this week, I want you guys to really study this material, not just with this, because this is just, I mean, there's weekend seminars for 60 hours on this. I mean, the last seminar I went to, it was 55 hours on belief systems. And we went to a seminar 2 years ago. And we're gonna try to dedicate 2.5 hours this week, into this. So this is not for you guys to just take it this. Ooh, that was rough. No. I want you guys to really dive into this. There's a couple of guys that I want you guys to study. One is Dr. Bruce Lipton. Throughout the week, look for some of his material. Dr. Bruce Lipton. I showed you guys in the beginning. Another guy is Dr. Joe Dispenza. Dr. Joe Dispenza is also a great author on belief systems. And I'll give you one more. Is Michael Singer. And he wrote the book, The Untethered Soul. So it's an amazing book. Of course, yeah, you Lauren, you know what I'm talking about. It's just beautiful. It's just an amazing book that he just breaks it down, where beliefs and our pain have really developed our belief systems, and how we have based our life avoiding certain emotions, right? You walk through life and you feel pain through a certain emotion that was caused. And that emotion then causes you to shift this way. Ooh, I don't like that emotion, so I'm not going to do that anymore. And then you go this way, you feel a little bit, ooh, I'm going to go this way. And then before you know it, you're shifting your entire life and the avoidance of pain, and then creating systems, belief systems, so you don't have to experience that pain anymore. That's what happens through our lives. We all do this, by the way. By the way, I'm preaching to the choir, and I'm reminding myself what I've done too. So I just want you to know, when I talk about, I'm a leader, but I'm an injured leader. I have a scar here, I have a scar there. I'm sewing myself over here. We're all there, and it's a great walk for every single one of us to be walking together. Okay, so oh yeah, Barbara, yeah, your email came back. By the way, when the last time I sent, there's a couple of emails that I send out the package. They came back, so just FYI, if you haven't gotten the email from the last week, write me your email here, and I'll make sure to resend it again. But guys, today go look at those authors, look at the YouTube videos, and really start studying some of their materials. If you want to go deeper. Download their books, amazing book, Dr. Bruce Lipton, Dr. Joe Dispenza, and Michael Singer. Those three individuals, and we're going to be diving into their material this week, and really going into our subconscious mind, and diving into our minds, and diving in why the program, and why we do what we do, and understanding. Because when you can understand it, when you're conscious of something, you can change it. When you have awareness. Awareness is the beginning of change, right? Alcoholics Anonymous is the #1 change organization in the world. They're one of the most successful organizations that have helped a lot of people, Alcoholics Anonymous. Everybody knows step #1, right? Of the 12 steps. Admit you have a problem. In other words, awareness that you have a problem, right? So awareness is the beginning of change. Awareness is the beginning of something beautiful for every single one of us. So we have to understand how our belief systems have really kept us where we're at. They kept us over and over in the same place. And sometimes you join, when you can join a new opportunity, but if you join the good opportunity with the same belief system, the same results happen that you had, 2 or 3 opportunities ago. You can get a new car, but if you put the old man in the same car, you have the same experience. So we're gonna work on us. We're gonna work on our minds. We're gonna work on understanding why we do what we do, so we can then go up there, pull it out, and put new programs into our mind to change our lives. Okay. So this week, I'm excited about it. I really look forward to this, because I look for stuff like this, stuff that create real change in our lives. Oh, thank you, Richard. Yeah, Dr. Joe Dispenza right there. Great stuff for him. So thank you very much, guys. Let's go out there and make it happen. Have a great morning. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And tonight, we have a presentation. Remember, 7 o'clock. Same Zoom link as always. I'm going to be posting it anyway in just a moment. In the Facebook group and in the Telegram chat as well. So if you're not a part of the Facebook group, which is GPS North America group, it's just a group that we have more of a community for announcements, and we can go ahead and post all the information there. But that's tonight, all week, 7 o'clock presentation. Let's go out there and make it happen. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you, Lauren, Barbara, Gabriel, Justin, Tess, Richard. Chuck, how are you? Russen, Mickey, Noriko, Robert, and Ken. Thank you very much. Have a great Mr. Gabriel. Have a Barbara. Have a great day, and let's go out there and make it happen, and live on purpose. Have a great day.